Of the resurgence of Black Lives Matter and the advent of Nigeria's NSAS protests, African children literature continues to get more representation in diaspora as Black characters are portrayed positively. Well, joining us now from London is Louisa and Dele Olafuyi, authors of Kunda Kids collection. Many thanks for joining us on Newsday.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us.
I keep saying that 2020 is the year of reckoning across the globe, and diversity as well as inclusion is a famous conversation people are progressively waking up to across the globe. In fact, we now have units set up across leading organizations in a bid to promote D&I. But how do you guys think that this awareness come to play for children, whether in their playgroups, schools, or social gatherings?
Well, we know that when children fail to see well-balanced representations of themselves, other children, other people, and other places, this goes towards them having an inaccurate view of the world, and actually has an influence on discrimination and the growth of racism and just false representation. So we just want to make sure that children from as young age as possible can learn and enjoy a variety of stories about different people from different places so that they can know what the world is actually like.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. A research shows that less than 5% of children's books published in the UK last year had a Black character, evidence of an industry that continues to underrepresent children from minority ethnic groups. Why do you think this is? Why is it as it is in this new age? And how can we ensure better representation of African children literature in diaspora?
Yes, I mean, great question. Yeah. We know that in the UK specifically, actually only 1% of children's books published last measured had a Black main character. And it's very difficult for Black writers and authors to get published. And it's difficult to self-publish and for it to be a sustainable way of living. And we also know that there's not enough resources and things out there to really help Black writers, Black illustrators and storytellers push their stories and get onto the mainstream.
Yeah, so just to add a little bit to that, the average self-published author made about $500 last year, right? Over 50% of them made over $500. And self-publishing is pretty much a pathway to poverty. And what we want to do at Kunda Kids is we want to help a lot of writers out there and also bring out a lot of talented illustrators. We've created a process that we think will help us produce a lot more content by bringing out a lot of high quality stories around African themes out there. So those are some of the projects that we're working on right now. And the first thing we've come out with is this collection of books called Africa's Little Kings and Queens.
Interesting. This is more than setting historical accounts straight and particularly paying attention to diversity and inclusion. A great job, guys. You are authors of African-themed book collections, but you have a background in marketing, I hear. Definitely something must have prompted you to start creating these beautiful content for kids. What exactly is the inspiration behind these books you have created? Share with us.
Well, we have a 22-month-old son ourselves, and we're mixed heritage family. Dele's Ugandan, Dele's Nigerian. I'm Ugandan. And, we actually struggle to find content for our son targeted towards preschool children and upwards that were fun and engaging, and really kind of tapped into African history and culture. So we just said, we're going to do it ourselves.
Well, it's hard to miss that you're both so excited about this project. We were aware that the collection of Africa's Little Kings and Queens is set to launch today. Share with us the highlights of the event and what lovers of books, parents and their kids across the globe can expect from this launch and from your content platform, Kunda Kids.
Yes, so thank you very much for asking that. So we have a launch today, 4 p.m. GMT. Anyone that is interested should go to our website, www.kundakids.com, and fill the form. We're going to send them the link to the launch event. We feel it's really important to have this event just to tell people what Kunda Kids stand for. We're going to tell some of our stories, how we came about putting this series together. I'll tell you just a little bit of it. So we did a lot of research in putting this series together. We have a very strong marketing background. Louisa is particularly strong in research. So we did a lot of market research. We tested our illustration directions with our fabulous illustrators, Tiolu Yoloye and Isabel Irabo. We did a lot of research and we gathered some insights that gave us the right direction. So I'll give an example regarding Shaka Zulu, for instance. Every time people talk about Shaka Zulu, it's always this really brutish character, very hard-faced. And then we said, all the South Africans I know are really fun people. And we're like, how do we present South African culture in a very exciting way? So we decided to write a story about Shaka Zulu learns to dance and just taking inspiration from the Zulu dance, how South Africans love to, I'll say groove. When you look at the book, it's quite exciting. And it was one that we're really excited to write about. And a lot of feedback that we've gotten from South Africans is like, thank you for writing Shaka Zulu's story this way. It's good to see a smile on the face of Shaka Zulu because he's always been portrayed as this British guy. We were still honest in a lot of things we wrote. Like there were lines that said Shaka Zulu was strict. It made the people behave and all. But it's still about balancing how you present the character. And also our stories are fictional, but they are heavily inspired by what we know is true about these characters. So yeah, the launch is 4 o'clock today, 4 p.m. GMT, and it's really going to be exciting because we're going to tell a lot of stories on how we put the series together.
Fantastic. We hope we'll see more Nigerian stories. Oladele, thank you so much, Louisa and Oladele. Great job, you guys.